from the Christiana. Excellent preparation for enlightening meeting, Witty Gossip Global Summit 2022. Yes, we are all very happy and we are all very much grateful to the Expressions team because their technical team is working in a very well and a systematic manner. So thank you very much, Expression team. Yes, so now, yeah, here Christiana actually messaged that very professional work. Yes, they are very professional. Okay. So first of all, before starting, I would like to here mention that today on a seventh day of Global Peace Sustainable Development Summit 2022, day 7, we are going to address on Goal 7, Sustainable Development Goal 7, affordable and clean energy. So actually, the affordable and clean energy is a essential thing in this ultra modern business world. So we have a many speakers to address this issue, to address the targets written by the United Nations website, and these targets should be achieved by 2030. So in this row, I would like to first invite Shalini Srivastav ma'am for giving the welcome address related to the Sustainable Development Goal 7, affordable and clean energy. Here, I would like to mention that Shalini Srivastav ma'am has won 3 times Paryavaran Mitra Award. So now, Shalini ma'am, the stage is all yours, ma'am. Please continue.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Respected dignitaries and participants, a very good morning to all of you. I, Shalini Srivastava, Environment Coordinator in CMS Gomti Nagar Extension, Lucknow, which is the largest school in the world as per Guinness Book of World Record. The Sustainable Development Goals or global goals are a collection of 17 interlinked global goals designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. The SDGs were set up in 2015 by the United Nations General Assembly and are intended to be achieved by 2030. Sustainable Development Goal 7, it aims to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. Access to energy is a very important pillar for the well-being of the people as well as economic development and poverty alleviation. Renewable energy is energy that is collected from renewable resources. It is a term for clean, sustainable energy that is derived from naturally regenerating sources. Using a combination of these natural sources and intelligent technology, we can generate enough heat and electricity for all our homes, business, and production needs. City Montessori School for years continuously worked to make its student a global citizen. For this, we teachers connect SDGs and 6C in classroom teaching. 6 C's are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, character, and citizenship. Weekly lesson plans are framed in such a way that they connect SDGs and 6C. So, the learning of SDGs and how to implement and achieve it by 2030 starts from school itself. For example, if an English teacher has to explain a poem written about sufferings of a female, a portion of the lecture will connect it with Goal 5, gender equality, so that students will understand that such discrimination should not sustain in society. City Montessori School celebrates all international days and link it with SDGs. For example, upcoming International Street Children Day on 12th April, students of school will prepare gift packets which will be distributed to underprivileged children. And in this course, they learn the importance of SDG Goal 1, no poverty, and SDG 3, good health and well-being to all. Our school is an eco-friendly school which is equipped with a rainwater harvesting system, groundwater recharge pit, vertical gardening, and solar panel. All old methods which are framed in a modern way and interlinked with renewable resources SDG Goal 7. In 2019, 950 students of our school participated in Gandhi Solar Yatra on 2nd October, a project in which they made solar lamps in school. This is a living example of renewable energy and practical implementation of Sustainable Development Goal 7. One of the key benefits of learning about SDGs in school is that it opens student minds to different communities and experiences outside of their own. In turn, this breeds empathy in the classroom. Empathy and curiosity are at heart of global leadership. They give students an awareness of wider world and its values and identities. This helps the development of students into more well-rounded citizens of the world and shows them the ways in which they can make the difference in future. I extend my gratitude to Witty Gossip and Oriental University for providing me such a beautiful platform to exchange ideas about sustainable development goals. I also thank Dr. Supriya Pathak for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Actually, ma'am, please do this. Shalini, ma'am, actually, yeah, yes. Now this is perfect. So, Shalini, ma'am, it is my honor to receive you in this platform. And actually, you accept our invitation to address the Sustainable Development Goal 7. So it is our great privilege, ma'am. So thank you very much. Dr. Aruna, would you like to say something about her address?
Definitely, Dr. Supriya, thank you. And yes, Ms. Shalini, you were amazing. The thoughts that you have put across, me being an educationist, I would definitely agree that the awareness is very much important so that the students can explore more and find out what is better for their own future. We are creating their own future, and we need to lead them in such a way that then they can explore themselves, invent more things, and how they can save the environmental pollutions you can mention, or through the mean ways that we are doing. So yes, it was a pleasure visiting CMS 2-3 years back, and we have literally viewed the potential of every children. And hats off to Dr. Sunita Gandhi as well. So yes, it was amazing, Ms. Shalini. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. So now I would like to call our other guest speaker from the land of Ethiopia, a very beautiful country. I like Ethiopia very much, and I missed Ethiopia because I was at least 9 months there in 2019. So Dr. Prabhakar Sekar, the associate professor in Volo University here to address the Sustainable Development Goal 7, affordable and clean energy. So now, Dr. Prabhakar, this whole stage is yours. Please continue.
Ma'am, before my talk, can you just call Tedros Bogle, ma'am, because he is also waiting.
Okay. So before the talk of the Dr. Prabhakar, I would like to invite Tadris. Tadris, please join us. Now the whole stage is yours.
Okay,
And
thank
yes,
you very much
please,
indeed.
please accept
Okay,
our warm greetings from the India and all other countries which are associated with us. You are very warm welcome on this global platform, sir.
yeah, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thank you very
I'm
much.
here in Ethiopia. Just I would like to say thank you very much indeed for this things.
So here I would like to mention that actually Tedros will speak on a quality of education, right?
Yeah,
Yes. So actually his presentation is left on that day. So on request of Dr. Prabhakar from Bolo University, we have included this presentation today also. Please, sir.
yeah. Okay, thank you very much indeed for this platform for Global Peace and Sustainable Development and Summit 2022. Thank you for all crew members for inviting this. I'm from Ethiopian Technical University. I'm teaching for 40 years. Thank you very much indeed. I will proceed to my presentation. Quality of education is more important for one country for sustainable of economical developments. I will share transfer to main things. In quality of education, in different researchers described about quality of education. So one of that empowering of students of thinking critically about their reality and by being creative and developing ownership of their learning experience, they learning through creative and problem solving, which help them to develop and critical conscious about current relative they live in. So as in here, quality of education is very important for students in order to make creative, innovative, and entrepreneur by quality of learning, and also education, which is a curriculum of a grateful quality and designed to import relevant skills, knowledge, enabling of students to gain academic competency for socio-economic allowance or for socio-economic development is one of mandatory things of the quality of education. And also education which is enable people to develop all their attributes and skills to achieving their potential as human beings and members of society in order to enhance their society things. And also education provided by educational systems that emphasize on importance focus on 5 important elements that's included: quality of learning, quality learning, quality learning environments, quality contents, and quality process. Quality outcomes should be have in order to enhancing their quality of education. So in education, those are the basic elements, not only this, and they may have other. Teachers are the mandatory things on quality of education. That means quality of teachers, when you say their behaviors, character is main mandatory for their students. Teaching methodology also very important. That means student center, the teacher center. More of student center is mandatory. Educational contents also very important. So when you're designing educational contents according to the country context, like occupational standard should be a context of the country context. And also educational learning environments also should be conducive for the students by applying of Kaizen systems. And also educational management should be support the educational system in order to enhance the students' ability to develop their skills and knowledge. And funding and organizing of educational place is very important in order to capacitate those educational system. And using technology also one of the basic importance, especially during COVID-19, because of this technological issue, there is some of facing in our country. I would like to say thank you, Dr. Prabhakar, which is applying in our country, Ethiopia. Here also acknowledged by our Vice President of our Ethiopia, which is acknowledged he's working because he's giving us webinars from different countries for in order to capacitate our university, World University, especially now also Bahadar University, or using such technology which implementing. So we have also the hinder factors that's in quality of education, trained before the technology, professional teachers not available. Because of that, we use these webinars for this purpose. Health and safety environment should be acquired in order to enhancing educational system. Curriculum development is also mandatory. Monitoring and evaluating, that means we have doing in Polytechnic College, University, especially Polytechnic, we use evaluation of national competency assessment we have in order to enhancing quality of education. And also in university, we applied at this moment exit for university graduates. We have an exit exam they have, and we use information technology communication for delivering of e-learning system or e-learning platform for educational quality. Motivation in methodology, teaching of methodology is mandatory for educational system. So as the last what I'm said, according to David and Thornton, an ethics, high quality, student centers, outcome driven, affordable education for benefits of our following citizens, sucking of better life by means of and training. So education, quality of education is mandatory for all countries. So education for all, what you have our slogans. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much for all crew members. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chadra. It was amazing, and highlighting points in education, especially when it mentions the methodologies, when it mentions the challenges. It's very, very difficult to meet up to the current trend, what the students need. And that is where each one of us have to focus as to where and, where we are missing out to bring that awareness and the quality education that comes into picture. Amazing, and it was good getting to know so many pointers, and it's quite impressive and insightful pointers. Thank you so much. So
thank you very much.
You're welcome. And we have now, I think we have to, okay, we have Mr. Dr. Prabhakar Sekar.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We would invite you now for your speech, and
Yeah.
it's all yours. Go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. In English, we will call as a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. But we know that in India, we don't want to waste that timing also. So we will just tell us a namaste to you all and salam nachu to you all. So before starting with my presentation, I would like to quote simple saying that, which we all would come across at least once in our lifetime. Okay, behind every successful man, there is a woman. But here, okay, today this saying doesn't work because the event is being successfully carried forward by a set of women, and this event is going to last at least till 17th April. Sorry for that. So here we can rephrase by saying behind every successful woman is a man and a beautiful family. So I will just start with my presentation. Yeah, I think my slide is visible, I think so, right?
Yes, yes, it was visible, but not right now.
One month.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Before starting my presentation, I want to tell you the difference. Okay, the main difference between the organizing. If men is organizing or if the woman is organizing, I want to tell the difference. Okay, if we are organizing, okay, we won't follow the timing, and we won't be this much patience of conducting this 14 days. But the very good thing in the woman is that you can see even Supriya ma'am is just messaging me at 7:30 Indian time, but in Ethiopia it's 4 o'clock. So that shows the perfections of the organizing by the woman team. So I want to congratulate all the persons. So this PPT, okay, which I'm just going to show you is for my topic is like seventh one, affordable and clean energy. So I want to just show this my slide for only 7 minutes. So I want to just make it as 7. So first, before going to into this topic, you want to know about the Ethiopia. Okay, Ethiopia. Every time ma'am is telling, Supriya ma'am is telling that land of Ethiopia, but it's like Ethiopia is land of origin. So Ethiopia, first thing is that you have to meet your ancestors, Lucy. So with her blessings, okay, I was just going to start my presentation. So the Lucy is like 3.2 million years old fossil, probably the first evidence of the humanity. And in Ethiopia, you can just see the many variety of culture is we are just following here, and I'm very proud. Okay, in the land of origin, from the land of religion to like land of diversity to the land of origin. I am from India, so now I'm just working in Ethiopia for past 4 years in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Ola University, Ethiopia. Here, okay, you can just see I just mentioned some 2 timings also, because in Ethiopia we are following some different timing. Even the calendar is different in Ethiopia. That is why I just mentioned even the timing and the dates. So we will just go for the session. This session, okay, is like a clean energy. So we have to know that what is meant by clean energy. Clean energy is nothing but, okay, it has to produce a zero emissions, and it should not pollute any like pollutions for the atmosphere. So mainly we are just focusing, if it is a clean energy, okay, we are just focusing on like 6 types of renewable energy which is available in the world now. First one is the solar, geothermal, wind energy, biomass, hydropower, and tidal energy. Okay, if you're just taking the powers, even we can add as a nuclear, but nuclear, okay, it is just producing some nuclear waste. That is why I didn't add in the clean energy. So this all the nuclear, this all the clean energies which is available in the world. So with this, okay, if we just take the energy and we are using for anything, okay, any purpose, okay, it will be a clean energy. And I'm an automobile engineer. So this session, okay, I want to just tell you how we are using the clean energy from this solar power. Okay, I'm just focusing only on the solar power. Many other powers are there, as like I told, wind energy, biomass, all the things. But here in this slide, okay, I'm just going to show you the solar power in which we are using in Ethiopia. First thing is that, okay, this is the, if you can see there, now, okay, we are just using by the power of the solar, we are charging the vehicles, and in future, okay, this is the technology. That means there won't be any engines which is producing emissions. So this is one of the clean energy in the automobile sector, in which we are getting energy from the solar, that means from the sun, and we are charging for our car also. And then this technology in future, okay, it will be a bi-directional. That means you can charge it from the house for the car, and in your house, if there is no power or any electricity, you can charge it from the car also. Like it's like a bi-directional, because nowadays Tesla is using more than 440 volts, but our houses, you can see the inverters which we are using only 120 volts. So it is possible that we can use it bi-directional also, and that is the technology in which you can just see there won't be any tailpipe emissions. So this will makes the environment as a clean energy, because we have to get the energy from the sun and we have to just use it. But the main problem is that, okay, solar power, okay, every time many guys, they will ask, what about the depending upon the climates? if morning or evening or night time, you can't get like that. So we are just working on that also, how to get it for 24 hours. Okay, that is the main issues with that solar power, but we are just trying, because being an automobile, I have to show you the practical one. Because that is the main difference between the mechanical engineering and other engineers. Other engineers, okay, they can tell by theory, but mechanical engineers, okay, we have to tell you by the practical one. So this, the second one, the same technology in which we are making as a hydrogen fuel vehicle, which is one of the latest in the market. We are just taking the power from the solar, okay, and if you just take it for our vehicle directly by the solar, by the panel, okay, it is called as electrical vehicle. The same technology, okay, when we are just taking the power from the solar, that means sun, and we are just taking for the making of the splitting of hydrogen gas from the water, and we are just saving, and then we are just using in the car. It's called as a fuel cell technology, which is one of the latest thing. And you will be shocked of hearing what will happen to the emission. The emission is nothing but it's a S2. The water is coming out, okay, from our vehicles. So in future, if you want like 1 liter of water or 2 liters of water, okay, you can just drive the car for 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers and you can get the pure water. Okay, that is the advantage. We are going for the clean technology, because majority of the pollution in this world is because of the automobile industry. They will blame only our department. You guys, okay, are polluting the world, but they will go in our car only. So we are focusing on our cars also, so that this is the technologies which we are now focusing to make the vehicle very clean. And I'm not showing any hydropowers or any other powers in my slide. I'm just showing only the solar power, and this is the technologies which we are using. And in future, okay, instead of this even solar power, we are planning even for nuclear battery, in which there is no need of changing the battery for 300 years. So you can use the vehicle, okay, for 300 years without changing the battery. And many participants, they can ask some doubts. Oh, where they are using nuclear power batteries? Okay, in Voyager 1, Voyager 2, okay, we are using nuclear power batteries. Even nowadays for the Mars rover, we are using nuclear power batteries. The main reason is that if you're sending by the solar panels, okay, because of the dust particles, because there is a sand storm is there in Mars, so it covers the solar panel. So the rover is not getting any energy from the solar power. So that is why they are using nuclear batteries. The advantage of the nuclear battery is that you can use it for like 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. Even you can use it for mobile phones. Okay, no need of charging. But the main issue is that radiation. So for preventing the radiation in the nuclear power, we need diamond coating for that. So that is why the research is going on in that. And future, okay, even I can tell that I'm very proud that even an automobile engineer, we can just give you the technology in which the application is common to all the peoples. It will be a clean energy. Okay, clean energy. And this thing, okay, I am from Ethiopia, so I have to tell about Ethiopia also. Ethiopia, Ethiopia, an athlete is there, okay, Haile Gebrselassie. Okay, he's a famous athlete, he's a marathon runner. Okay, the specialty of the athletes is that marathon runners, they have to see front and then they have to overtake. The same technology is using for our cars. So he implemented the electrical vehicle in Ethiopia before 2 years with the collaboration of the Hyundai. You can see the Hyundai, okay. So this is the future in Ethiopia. So we are overtaking the 100 years of IC engines, which is producing the pollution, and we are just taking the technology transfer directly, like overtaking the 100 years directly to the electrical vehicle. And in Ethiopia, yeah, now we are assembling the electrical vehicles, and this is the future, so that you won't get any emissions. That means tailpipe emissions, which is coming out from the vehicle directly, but there is a emission which is coming in another directions, like hydropower, where like for generating coal or electricity, we are just focusing on that area also, how to reduce that. So how to make this solar energy as a sole fuel, we are just focusing on that area in Ethiopia. And even you can see this is the car with, okay, our Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Abiy Ahmed, okay, he launched this car before 2 years, and this is going to be in market. Even he drives the car. Okay, there is no tailpipe emission, there is no IC engines is required, nothing is in the vehicles, okay, except the electrical motor. So there is no emission is coming from the vehicle, and this is the future clean energy for our vehicle. That is why most of the IC engines, they're focusing on the Tesla motors, because Tesla now you know about the Elon Musk, right? He's the number one in the world. That is the proof that, okay, we are focusing on the clean energy. So this is we already in Ethiopia, we started implementing the electrical car. So in Addis Ababa is our capital in Ethiopia. And this is the future trends in the automobile of making the clean energy, because we have to show the proof also for you. And in Ethiopia, the majority of the vehicles are Bajaj. Okay, Bajaj autos, we are having many Bajaj auto. Even some of the peoples, they will call even TVS also as a Bajaj. That much influence the Bajaj having in African nations. So with my students and with my faculties, okay, we are just now starting implementing the hybrid mode vehicles like solar energy vehicles with the Bajaj. We are just planning and we are just started implementing this vehicle. There is some issues which is depending upon the solar panels, but in future, okay, we will rectify that also. And I hope that this is the clean energy. After 10 years, you won't get even emissions from our automobiles, and you won't blame any automobile engineering guy in future. I promise you guys that this is the future with the renewable clean energy. And regarding the title, it's not only the clean energy, it's affordable, right? Because I want to tell how much affordable in future. Okay, if this technology comes, it is very cheaper than the petrol and diesel. Because in Ethiopia now the petrol price is around like 14 birr. For example, in INR, Indian rupee, it is like around 20 INR, 20 rupees. Okay, but if you are just implementing this clean energy, we can get the vehicle power with 1 birr. If it is a mass production, we can just provide the vehicle with 1 birr. Okay, you can just drive the vehicle as much as like same equal to 1 liter of petrol. So this is the promising which we given from automobile engineering, and I am from automobile background, and we have to show the practical one. That is why I showed this Bajaj, okay, which we are implementing, and we are focusing on the clean energy. So 1 minute. So I hope that I just tell you something which is we are just using in our Ethiopia, because you should not think that okay, we are using the old technologies in Ethiopia nowadays. Okay, we are just focusing on the latest technology. Even in the teaching, we are going for the hybrid mode. So I take this opportunity to thank all the participants by finishing in a quote. Every teacher needs to improve, not because they are good enough, but because they can deliver better. So I hope every participants would take this result of the summit to upgrade themselves, because even just telling again and again, even Corona is upgrading. So we have to follow that. So if time is money, okay, then you are spending millions of money for us. The VT goes up. Thank you for that. Always think high. Then only we can achieve high. So this is Dr. S. Prabhakar from Mechanical Department, Volo University. Thank you, Viti Gosap Association, for giving me this fruitful opportunity. Thank you, Supriya ma'am, also.
Thank you, sir. Please do this. First of all, I would like to capture you, sir.
Yeah, this is a very difficult thing, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving this fruitful opportunity to me.
No, sir. We are very thankful to you, sir, because you have joined us, and actually, means you in your presentation you described all the related issues of the affordable energy in a very well manner. So now, Dr. Aruna Vadkar, please review this presentation, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually, we are a mechanical engineer, so we have to tell the practical one also. We should not tell like from copy from Google, and we should not paste it in the PPT.
Yes, sir. And sir, I respect the all mechanical engineers, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Please, Dr. Aruna, please tell some about the Dr. Prabhakar's presentation.
Sure. Thank you. Dr. Prabhakar, it's like no words to express the amazing work that is being done practically, which I always believe in, because words doesn't make any differences. But working on hands-on practicality gives you a lot of knowledge and gives you the exposure to bring up new things. And the projects that you have mentioned, and being an educationist and edupreneur, I would definitely would love to tell you that if these projects in simpler manners can be taken to schools, it would be really good in small, episodes sort of thing, or in small projects where children can start learning and they have more vision towards because now when we say engineering, it is like, oh, engineering, okay. You take it as a very, but when this sort of work is being done, it is really, really commendable, and we really appreciate, and it was amazing insight for all of us. Thank you so much for being with us, and very thank you so much on behalf of Witty Gossip and HETS Harvest Education Transformation Solutions to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Aruna, ma'am.
We have another mechanical engineer in the team of Witty Gossip. Christiana, do you want to add something more?
Dr. Supriya, I see Neha Sethia has raised her hand. I'm not sure whether she has any questions. Neha, do you have any questions?
Yeah, any questions you can ask, no issues in that.
Yeah, I can see her hand raised. Neha, do you have any questions?
So, first of all, I would like to request technical team, please make co-host Neha Sethia.
Ma'am, and even Abhi Garg and Rasleen Kaur to be,
Okay.
questions.
Yes. So one by one, we have taking the questions. So Neha, yes. So Neha, you are now co-host. Actually, Neha, I think Neha wrongly raised hand, maybe. Okay.
Okay.
So meanwhile, yeah, meanwhile,
Ma'am,
yes.
2 participants have raised hands. I'm not sure. Abhi Garg has raised hands.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can we unmute? Give him the
Abhi Garg. Abhi Garg is also the co-host. Yes.
Okay.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, yes.
Go ahead.
So, sir, my question is for you.
Yeah.
You mentioned that nuclear batteries can be made, but they have a lot of radiation, because of which we are still not able to incorporate those batteries in our automobile industry or the mobile industry. So, and to prevent those radiations, we need a diamond coating for the same. So, sir, but diamond coating can be very costly, and I don't think so it is affordable. So, how are we planning to move forward with it?
For example, okay, if you just see your mobile phone, okay, before, if you want to buy a smart mobile, okay, it takes more price, right? Before 20 years or 10 years back, but easily now it's affordable to all, right? Because it's like mass production is required for that. So this technology won't come tomorrow or after tomorrow. Okay, it will need some time, minimum like 10 years, because research is going in this area. And I hope that, okay, if it is a mass manufacturing, okay, if they're just producing in a mass, okay, we can get very easily affordable price. Okay, maybe it will take minimum 20 years or 30 years, but this is the future. Okay, because we have to adapt for the future. We should not tell that you can see the difference between the old technology and new technologies, right? Most of the guys, we are using some Nokia mobiles. Okay, before that, now we are going for Android. Now we are going for iOS. So we have to upgrade. So upgrading the technology, starting, okay, it will take some time and the price will be very, very high. I know that. Okay, even diamond is very costly. If you just make a diamond coating battery for the vehicles, with the battery, the thief, okay, he will take only the battery, not the vehicle. You know that also. So in future, okay, maybe like 10 years or 20 years, the manufacturers of all the automobile companies, they're focusing on that, and surely they will reduce the cost. No doubt in that. But it takes some time. It takes some time.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Thank you very much, Abhi, for your questions. Yeah, Dr. Aruna, would you like to say something?
No, please go ahead. You said it. I said a good question, Abhi, that you had asked, so that it clarifies students.
That actually all the students are making notes of all the presentation and of all the speeches. So that is a very good sign that we are learning. We are in a process of learning and we enjoy the learning. So hats off all the students. Yes.
Actually, being a teacher, every time when students are asking question, I also will note the question. So I will incorporate in the PPT so that no students will ask the question. So I'm also upgrading.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. So Christiana, would you like to add something?
Good morning to all. So amazing meeting every morning. But I'm very opposite as a mechanical engineer. I always thinking of what is before we use something, how we produce something, and how we recycle something when we, as a mechanical engineer, produce. We use the solar panel, but when we produce solar panel, when we making clean solar panel as a green, we have lots of mining of components around the world, and we destroy the forest, we pollution the water, and we make lots of bad things to environment when we produce lithium for the storage of energy. And we have in few months, I think 3 months before, near in the state Serbia, they want to mining the lithium, the very rich sources lithium for the battery, for solar panels, or a car, for the car, and for our smartphone. And the people are going out on the street, and they say they don't want to destroy the forest, the beautiful green country. They don't want to destroy the clean water. They have clean water, very big resource of clean water for mining lithium, for storage the energy from the solar panel. And when we use the solar panel, 10 years, maybe 15 years, because that doesn't prove that we have 20 years solar panel. We don't know how to recycle lots of glasses and lots of components inside of the glasses when we connecting the solar energy to the electrical energy. And me as a mechanical engineer, I always thinking, and I was always teaching, please, as an engineer, we produce something, but do you have in mind how you pollution before using and how you recycle after using? That is our engineering thinking, and we as a innovator, and we as a manufacturing producer, we must thinking before and after use. And I am always opposite, not for break new idea, just to clarify, please, as an engineer, thinking before and thinking after. That is important, because we make pollution before, we make pollution after, but when we use, we don't make pollution. Sorry, and that is my opinion. And when we produce the composite components for the wait a minute, for the wheels of the wind energy, wind electron for wind wheels, we make wait a minute, composite with resin that is very pollution parts of the polymers. When the small nanoparticles making destroying, when we use that wind electron, the pollution is the air, pollution is the water and the earth around the wind electron, the wind green sources of energy. And even that, we have a very dangerous pollution, because that is nanoparticles. We don't see that particles, but we have a lot of pollution. And because of that, as mechanical engineer, as the teacher of mechanical engineer in technical school, I always make points. Please think about more wide, more out of the box, because maybe that is not very green solution. Thank you. Sorry, that is my opinion.
No. Thank you very much, Christiana, for adding the valuable inputs. And now, without wasting a time, actually, Dr. Jitesh Khanna has to leave the meeting soon because he has other prior commitments. So, Dr. Jitesh Khanna, now the stage is whole yours, sir. Please proceed,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you so much. My heartful, my deep gratitude to Witty Gossips and everyone else involved in this. And I completely agree with Christiana. We need not look into multiple other solutions, rather improve the solutions we already have in hand. First and foremost, I would start with a question. How many of us here present are actually into renewable energy business? Yeah, so few of us. So I am in renewable energy business for the last 10 years. So I think what I bring here is an insight which you can you can't copy paste from Google. So you have to understand that I have been running solar farms for last almost a decade, and I know all the pros and cons of running a solar farm. And clean energy is something which is very close to my heart. I heard people talking about nuclear powered batteries and stuff like that. So I'm a bit old fashioned. I'm not at all aligned towards nuclear energy because I think we are not yet ready to handle it pretty well. Maybe 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line. India, I would specifically talk about here, and I won't take much time because I believe that giving a very short and concise lecture would be a better answer. So in India, we have 22 of the most polluted cities in the world. So if you take the top 30 polluted cities in the world, or in fact, if you take the top 5, we have 3 in them. So the city I live in, Delhi, has an AQI of 556. So when I had the opportunity to travel to the villages and the rural areas, and mind you, to all my Western friends and friends from Africa and Europe, India has a major population in the rural areas. They use a lot of wood, charcoal, kerosene for burning fuels. And most of them happens inside the house. The house is filled with soot. So from 5-year-old children to women, you will see a lot of people suffering from lung issues, people dying of pneumonia, people dying of health issues. So we are majorly, as a country, rely on coal and natural gas, and it fuels most of our country. So we have to wean ourselves from coal. Now, why I am here and why I'm talking on a practical sense is because as a solar energy producer, I want to tell you what India is right now going through in the transitional phase. So India has a huge population that is shifting towards the major cities, the big cities. We are, fortunately, the youngest nation in the world, our largest amount of youth in the world, and we also have one of the biggest middle class in the world. And that entire middle class is shifting to cities. So by 2050, the cities will be clogged by people. There will be a huge population of people living in the cities. So now what will happen? Like Christina said, we will have issues. We will have issues like we will need air conditioning because India is a warm country. We will need electrification for the cars. EV is going to be the future. India is heading towards EV. We'll need electricity for all other things. So India will rely more on electricity. So we'll be burning more fuels. We'll be burning more coal. So why not put India on the world map of renewable energy? And how does that start? So I wanted to share a few points so that all of us can take it back. And first and foremost is that India needs to build solar at an unprecedented rate. We are very slow at building solar energy installations, solar farms. We are very lucky as a country. We are one of the, I think, luckiest nations in the world. From top to bottom, on the top in Rajasthan and all those areas, we have one of the best radiations in the world. Downwards, we come towards India and the coastal areas. We have amazing wind corridors. So we have great places to put hydel projects, great places to put wind projects, solar projects. And unfortunately, we have the resource, we have the manpower to build all that. So that is the first point. Second is EV. India is very slowly adapting EV. Now, if you see, for EV, you need solar charging stations. India is pretty slow at putting solar charging stations. We need to quickly put solar charging stations. Rather, we should tell the newer entrepreneurs to get into solar charging business. We can, youth who don't have employment can take some funds, put solar charging stations at different outlets, and they can be used for their them as businesses. So we have this major issues. and these electric vehicles. Do you know that it takes a lot of money to produce these electric vehicles right now, which might become a very cheap technology in the future. But right now, the batteries are very expensive to produce. So India needs to work on. Now, we always talk about, if you see the topmost companies in the world, from Google, Amazon, Apple, everywhere, the top engineers are Indians. We are the brainiest people. And I'm sorry, with no offense to anyone else out there, but we are very hardworking people, and we love science. And we've been inventing and doing stuff for ages. Of course, recently India has not been able to do a lot of inventions because of the lot of brain drain that happens. But what if we are able to work on better fuel cell technologies? Like Christian, I completely believe nuclear and all that would take a lot of time, and to bring them to a mass scale will take a lot of effort. But why not have technologies at hand which are cheaper to produce, mass produce electric batteries? That's a huge problem that we have. China is sitting on a huge reserve of rare earth material, of lithium ion. We as world need to share resources, and India has to start somewhere by sharing technology. We were talking about Elon Musk. The most beautiful part about Elon Musk is he's sharing technology with the world. The richest man in the world who's not scared of sharing technology. Another point that in India we see is that we don't use energy efficient appliances. First and foremost is, please, when you go and buy appliances, check the energy rating. We are looking for all other solutions, but the solution is in hand. In our houses, instead of having 10 ACs, please, let's have 3 to 4 ACs. Let's pool in our energies into producing technologies which are more energy efficient. That is something that is there. I've been running solar farms for 10 years, and there have been multiple challenges from the government front, from the front where we get funds. Sometimes our funds are not received on time. But those challenges I can take on, because my goal is next 20, 30 years, I want to see the Indian youth working on the most amazing technologies. And I'm okay with the teething problems. But what we lack in India is a major distribution network problem. You can have all the solar farms, you can have all the wind farms, but if you don't have a great distribution of energy, the energy is being wasted. And India needs to upgrade its mismanaged, fragile, electricity distribution network. We need to have more distribution. We need to have better evacuation. We need to have better lights. So I am here talking as a person who's actually doing this on the ground. And I've been doing for the last 10 years. And we are doing extensive research. And we are not doing just this for a commercial purpose. I have this hope that India, which is the greatest pool of youth, can actually have engineers who stay back at home and have startups and unicorns which contribute into producing the most amazing ways to produce electricity, to produce technology, to produce energy. Because in future, we have 2 very expensive commodities. Please remember that. And it is not gold or nuclear energy and all that. That's all, one is time. It is running out. Yeah, we're going very close to climate change. And it might just come sooner than we imagine. I see a lot of people calling me from different cities and saying the cities are getting colder or warmer and stuff like that, and erratic weathers are happening. And the second most important commodity, or the thing that will lead in future, would be energy. India is rapidly growing. And I'm telling you on this stage to my friends from Africa and Europe, India is a country to look forward to. India is a country which will grow at unprecedented rate. And for that, we need fuel. And that fuel and energy would come from clean sources of energy. So I wanted to keep it very short, because I have a lot of wonderful educated people right here with BPTs to express and show way. People like Christiana giving very practical guidances to my engineer friend who was talking about the future and the lithium ion and all those nuclear batteries. That's great. But right now, at the ground realities, India is at the most amazing time of its life. We are on the starting of an energy revolution, because we are starting from scratch. And because we are starting from scratch, we have multiple ways to grow. So we should not let this problem go. Somebody's talking about recycling. So like I said, we are starting from scratch as a nation. So I think we can contribute with the world, and together, taking the world hand in hand, we can really put India on the world map, probably make the leader of clean energy. We have all the resources. We have everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Jitesh Khanna. It's a mind-blowing. And actually, I salute whatever work you have done for the affordable energy and for cleaning energy. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. There is a big salute from the team of the Witty Gossip. Yes. Sir, please do this gesture, sir, so that I can capture you.
Sure.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Thank you very much. For the next, I would like to request Vicky John, sir, because he has also some other commitments. So now the Vicky John, sir, the stage is yours, sir. Please proceed, sir.
Hear me? I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay. Thanks for the Gossip Association to having me here. It's wonderful. So, it's acknowledging this. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
It's okay now. It's okay now.
Yes, sir, you have to speak more loud, sir.
Little more louder. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay. So myself, Vicky John Venus, I'm a CEO of Rectangle Automotives. It's my own startup. So thanks Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summits and Vicky Gossip Association to have me here. It was a great pleasure to join your people to share knowledges and things and get to know a lot of things here. Great people are over here. So let's get into the thing. We have affordable and clean energy. So speaking about affordable and clean energy, we have plenty of things and have been invented as been doing in our planets in a lot more of countries. So with a clean and affordable energy. So it's the way we do and we create energy. It's not about affordable. When we create some sort of things to generate energy, when it was created, it's not affordable for everyone actually. When it came for a mass
Vicky, sir,
production,
sorry to disturb you, but I think if you raise your volume, if you increase your volume, your pitch, so definitely we will able to or means able to listen you properly, sir. Yeah, I think you have to closer the microphone, sir.
am I okay right now? Is it fine?
Yeah, sir, make your volume, yeah, raise your volume, sir, raise your volume.
My volume is too high actually. It's
Yeah.
completely full.
Yeah,
Okay.
now it is much better, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, fine. Sorry for that. Okay, so I'll hold my microphone here. Please don't mind. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm moving on to PPT. So as we see, the entire plant are using moreover clean energy and moreover using some sort of energy to create electricity and to do some work done. So you can see it's 70 to 87% of people are using electricity till now from 2000 to 2016. Before some decades, there's no electricity in some villages, some rural areas, some places of the countries, and still now some countries still have some lack of required amount of electricity to do their regular life. So now we are at some sort some percentage has been increased to increase our electricity to energy production. So we creating this electricity using lot of things like wind powers, solar panels, nuclear powers, fossil fuels, coals. Lot of things has been done. So after some more decades, when the people rates when we evolve, so this production rate also increase vice versa towards it. No, when the peoples has been increased, the populations has been too much high. Depend upon the populations, the energy creation also is increased vice versa. to keep the power, to keep the energy available for everyone. And moreover, in some part of the some countries, still now electricity is not affordable. So, talking about affordable thing, some people, some families, some places, still the electricity, lack of electricity, and it's not affordable for some families and some persons, electricity. So it's not about the affordable thing. It's about the mass production. It's about the country. It's about the production people to make the electricity affordable to everyone. So, talking about thing, we have this much countries into the nuclear reactors, which is one of the major part of current production. Um, like compared to wind power or solar power, we are into nuclear power plants to produce enormous amount of energy to produce vast amount of electricity. So as you can see, some countries are withdrawn their projects. Some countries are introduced new projects on nuclear power plants. Like you can see, US has been reduced to 11 nuclear plants. They shut down the 11 nuclear plants. France has reduced 2, and China has been introduced newly 39 power plants entire all over the countries. Russia has been introduced a new 6 one, and even in India has been introduced a new power plant. See, compared to, you can see Ukraine, UK, and Japan, they have been reduced dramatically. Even the Japan is completely into electrical power, like into a clean energy. They reduce 39 power plants has been shut down entirely to enter their entire country for a clean energy to supply. So talking about clean energy, we have a lot of ways to produce a clean energy, which is renewable. You can see we have solar panels, we have power generator, wind turbines, and we have hydrogen powers, and we have so like talking about thing, I don't think so. This bio waste is clean energy because it's a power produced from a waste. Actually, it's a waste, so I don't think so. That's a clean power. I'll stay with this thing, and we'll be discussing about something hydrogen, which is very efficient way, very cleaner way, and most powerful thing. Uh, Most of the persons are most of the companies has been doing these things, developing. They do R&Ds about getting power from hydrogen, which is very dangerous to do the thing. So I'll share some of my things, and I have an idea. I have been developing an idea about this hydrogen thing. So I'll share some things. So first, it's about the hydrogen extraction, which is very dangerous part in hydrogen extraction. So hydrogen can be extracted from either these ways, like we can separate the hydrogen from H2O, which is water, which available plenty on Earth. We have 70% of water on Earth, so it's not that much difficult to extract hydrogen from oxygen. It's about the process because once the hydrogen was separated from the oxygen, it's very hazardous element, which is very highly explosive thing, which is very difficult to keep it stable, and you need high pressure to make the hydrogen into liquid form from a gaseous state, and or else you have to keep it very low temperature to make the hydrogen in liquid form. Uh, Hydrogen in liquid form is more efficient compared to it is in the gaseous form. So that's why we are trying to convert the hydrogen into gaseous form to liquid form. So it's also very dangerous, a very difficult thing to store a hydrogen. We need a precious tank or precious casing, or a thermal coated layers to keep hydrogen from ambient temperature, so the hydrogen can stay liquid for longer times for usages. And so why we are using hydrogen is to ensure we not emit carbon dioxide so emission. So we have a nuclear power plant which has emission. We have some coal power plants which coals. We have emission. We have automobiles emission. So after that, we are coming to electric power vehicles, electric power cars, like flight smart technology has been developing. They do flight ships, lot of things running on electricity. But the problem is generating efficient and affordable amount of electricity to do this work. So we have a nuclear power plant to nuclear power plants, some all the things to create electricity. But what if the entire world turns into electric thing, like all the ice engine has been gone, what if all the ice engines has been gone? What if the entire world has been electricity, like train, flights, ships, each and everything electricity? We have a power lack of electricity. The nuclear power plant has to run double or triple shifts extra. They have to produce extra amount of electricity. The current which you are coming, electricity which you are getting from a solar panels or wind turbines, it's not enough to run the entire process. No, the entire world process will not sustain for that power. So they'll be trusting nuclear power plants. So that's why the technology has to be developed to create an auxiliary way to produce electricity without using nuclear, because using nuclear is the best way, but it's also one of the dangerous way. So even using hydrogen is also a dangerous way, but we can see some positivities using hydrogen, because hydrogen will not emit any radiations or any wastages. Hydrogen will be burned with the help of oxygen. So again, it also gonna convert into H2 like water with the high temperature like a steam. So that doesn't do anything to the environment entirely. So so, so that's why I suggest using hydrogen instead of a nuclear. I know hydrogen is little bit danger compared to a nuclear power plant. When we started, when we invented nuclear thing, when we invent each and everything, it was danger on earlier stages like wind turbines, nuclear power plants, coals, even the power plant is also a dangerous thing when we invent something. So it's about to develop from the failures, develop from the scratches, to make it work safe, to work it efficient way, to make it very cleaner way. So that's why I suggest using hydrogen instead of a nuclear. So I said we can convert a nuclear power plant into a hydrogen power plant. And also I know, being a technical person and an engineer, I know hydrogen is very dangerous. It's a highly explosive thing. A small amount of hydrogen can make a big chaos around places compared to nuclear. Hydrogen has a vast amount of power. I know that, but we have to come a solution for that. Uh, Working on just think of some manpowers has been working in a nuclear power plant as well as they have to work in a hydrogen power plant. So what I think we can create a self-sustained hydrogen power plant which work on its own. We have a lot of things. We have autonomous cars. We have autonomous lot of things, flights. So why can't we do a self-sustained hydrogen power plant? It is. So I know it's a little bit of a crazy thing, but why can't we do a hydrogen power plant work on its own? So I know it's little difficult. So each and every concept, each and everything we achieved till now, each and everything achieved by humanity till now, it's very difficult on this earlier and starting stage. So we have come to a lot of things to do, and so it's my concept called self-sustained hydrogen power plant. The power plant without any humans, it can work on its way. So like developing these techs to work seamlessly, because without human knowledge, um, I know power without control is useless. I know we have to control the power plant, but it's not about working to a shift basis on a regular basis. Um, let's develop a power plant with the help of hydrogen, work on its own. Like autonomously, it can develop the power conditions. It can extract the hydrogen. It can create a electricity. It can send to the countries, which is useful to everyone. So we can do this. We have to start the process. So this is my idea. Starting from extraction to saturation, uh, we can make a self-sustained hydrogen power plant which work on its own. I know if it is going to end in any chaos, any problem. So that's why we can keep this power plant in highly mobile places. Already we are using nuclear power plants in highly mobile places, uh, which is very not useful for the public places. They will not allow the nuclear power plant. We can see. So why we can keep this power plant in highly mobile places, which compared to nuclear power plant, it has to be very high mobile. It's not reachable point. We can we can control the power plant from some other places, not being inside a power plant. We can control a power plant from some other places. So like we can steer and control a satellite which is going to Pluto, which millions of kilometers away. Why can't it's possible to control a power plant inside a planet, and you can you are being somewhere else without any zero humans? So obviously you have to go there to maintain the reactor. You have to check some other thing, but it's been a periodical way. So when we can reach power plant, the entire power plant can be shut down for maintenance, like a conventional power plants work. But we can control a power plant without being there, and it can be a clean energy. So compared to when you buy an electric car or electric bike, you think you're being lived, or you're being completely clean. No, till now the electricity comes from burning some things, like emitting radiations, emitting carbon dioxide, plenty of things is there. So just because of you bought a new electric car or electric vehicle, it's not like you been, I'm not harmful to my society or not harmful to my country. Yes, you are, because you're still not using electricity from your home, from electricity points which is produced from a nuclear power plant, like wisely. It doesn't know the electricity which is you're using is from a windmill or a wind turbine or solar power. It doesn't know, but you guys are using electricity, no. So by this way we can vastly reduce the radiation. So I know this idea is going to be a little bit crazy. So looking upon the future, starting now, it's a big problem. But when you develop the technology, when you develop the things to work perfectly, I can think this is possible to make this self-sustaining hydrogen power plant. So so what my process is, so we already in a future like interplanetary invasions like that. So human colonization on other planets. So we are sending rovers and robot satellites to other planets. So scientists and technicians are looking forward life elements like air, oxygen, and water. And we can know we have a nearby red planet Mars. We have a water and little amount of oxygen, so we can do a human colonization. So maybe in this decade or in two more decades, definitely will be going for interplanetary invasions. Humans can be sent to other planets. So for speaking about human colonization, so Dr. Prabhakar said rovers and satellites are using nuclear batteries to work out there with the help of diamond coated to protect from some hazardous thing. So speaking about human colonization, this nuclear battery, I don't think so. It's not full efficient way, but it's still a good way to work a technology. But if speaking about the human colonization, it's not. It's very good way, but uh, the same way a person has the doubt, like it's very difficult to make a diamond coated for each and every battery. So we can see we are once we are looking for a planet, once we searching for a planet, we just look for oxygen and water. So obviously it's H2. So we have H2 on another planet. So we're not moving to the planet from Earth. We are just colonizing the other planet. So speaking about the future, why can't we do this self-sustained hydrogen power plant for the human colonization on another planet? Because if you have a human colonization over there, you need electricity, you need entire lot amount of power. So if some humans starting a new life on another planet, why can't it start in a cleaner way? Like compared to Earth, Mars has little amount of uh, like Mars doesn't have any amount of power source over there. We have a sun over there, but the solar power panels will not work in a good efficient way over there. Like Dr. Prabhakan said, we have a sandstorm over there. You have to always keep on cleaning your panels to generate power. So, but with this self-sustained hydrogen powers, we have a hydrogen over there. We have a source. We have a power source over there. We have a hydrogen and little amount of oxygen available on the Mars. So why can't we make this human colonization powered with the help of self-sustained hydrogen, which is very useful. This is not. This is as me. This process is under development. Maybe definitely will be do some interplanetary missions to another planet, maybe in a decades. So I hope this process will help Earth, maybe another planets, to create a clean energy. So thank you. This is my idea I would like to share, and so I would like to say some words. There's a whole thoughts. No, we have a set of brains in our head, and we have to learn a lot of things around it. What I say, I'm holding some amount of ants in my hand, sand in my hand. What I'm thinking is there's more amount of atom available on the sun compared to the stars available on the universe. So we have to know what we're holding on our hands. We have to learn what we hold first. It's not completely done. A lot of people say I done with my hand. I have to explore other thing. I said we doesn't done with what we're holding in our hands. We have to learn what we can do. So I keep on learning what I'm holding in my hands. I didn't finish yet. I don't think so I can completely finish it. So thanks for this wonderful opportunity with the Gossip Association, and it's been a great journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vicky John, sir, for joining us and addressing the crucial issues related to the affordable energy and a clean energy. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, would you like to do this gesture?
Thank you.
Great, sir. Great. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Here we have one more speaker, Dr. Ahitram Raza Khan. Actually, he has also some prior commitments, so he wants to speak now. Before starting with the Dr. Ahitram Raja, I would like to request a technical team, please make co-host again Dr. Prabhakar Shekhar sir. Dr. Prabhakar, yeah, with the other ID. Dr. Prabhakar.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, sorry, for 1 minute. Okay, I'll just take 1 minute for answering the Christina ma'am questions, because I just accept that what she told. Everything is correct. Okay, like recycle is not there. Okay, it's like everywhere. Okay, the problem is the lithium-ion battery. But what my idea is that we can't implement suddenly each and everything. That is the thing, ma'am. So it will take some time. We are focusing on the clean energy. I accept your points. I accept each and everything that you told is correct. We are polluting more, automobile, we are polluting more, each and everything. But to my knowledge, okay, in future, okay, because human beings, if we are having a problem, there will be a solution also will be there. So if there is a problem, surely the solution will be there. So I hope that in future, okay, we are just focusing on the clean energy, not immediately, within like 2 days, 3 days. Because in Ethiopia, we are using Bajaj autos. I can't tell the Bajaj driver to change it immediately to clean energy tomorrow. They will come for fight with me. So it will take some time for the technology transfer, but I accept your points. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your understanding. Thank you very much again to add some valuable notes here. Now the Raza Khan, sir, Dr. Raza Khan, sir, the stage is yours, sir. Please.
A very good morning, Supriya ma'am. Am I audible? I would like to ask this.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Then today's sessions has been very interesting. In fact, it has been basically it has been a debate. In fact, and everyone is contradicting each other's words. So I would say this has made the topic even more interesting. And as a teacher, as an educationist, as an academician, I think my task is to neutralize everything now, to come up with facts. I'll come up with Indian facts basically, because I'm more concerned about my country and I'm concerned about equality also. So the topic here that we are touching is that I'm covering up is affordable and clean energy. So before I start presenting, Dr. Prabhakar, you have been wonderful. Vicky John, sir, you have been wonderful. In fact, Dr. Jitesh Khanna Saab have been wonderful with his in points, and I agree with everyone. Everyone has valid points. Prabhakar sir, electric cars, hydrogen cars, yes, they are going to come up, but they will take time. They will, by 2050, I suppose, they will be on the roads for the common people. Here, when we talk about sustainability, we are basically concentrating on sustainability goals. So our goals, 17 goals, have to be fulfilled by 2030. Do you agree with me, sir? By 2030, we have to fulfill these goals. So we cannot talk about 2050. We have to talk about 2030 and come up with a solution so that our common person, our common people, they get the benefit and there is overall equality around the world. That is the point. So wonderful presentation, sir. Electric cars, hydrogen cars, they'll come. Jitesh sir was wonderful in his point. He brought the reality. He said, yes, Indian brains are doing the best in the world. We are doing the best. In fact, we lead the world, inshallah. One day you will see that India will be the leading point. We are the starting point right now because we have lots of villages. We have lots and lots of villages where even electricity has been one of the issues. So in my presentation, I'll try to keep it very simple and will try to keep the statistics from Indian point of view and what the Prime Minister is doing in Prime Minister's Yojana. We'll see and how electrification has started during the Nehru time and all. I think we have been wonderful and almost all villages have been electrified. That was the first point under this which had to be covered up. So let me just start the presentation, then I'll take the questions. I'll again say you all have been brilliant and I'm just trying to put the icing on the cake. And I want to start this presentation. Just a moment. I won't take very long. I just have very limited slides I have brought with the facts and figures. So here it is, goal number 7, affordable and clean energy. So I'm Dr. Ehtaram Raza Khan. I'm an academician at Jamia Hamdard. I have 26 years experience. I've authored 25 books, have 15 patents, copyrights 5, 52 invited talks, 75 papers. So I've been an academician. I'm basically not developing anything of this sort, but at least I'm using my students to work for these goals. And Prime Minister Modi ji has been very kind enough. He has started the Yojana, Unnat Bharat Yojana, and where we are adopting the villages and then we are working on the village level. So our focus has been basically to start from the scratch and come up with the solutions, use AI, IoT, blockchain, then whatever newer technologies, smart cities, they're coming up. We want to come up. Like the best part that we have done is very clean villages now. The dust bins have been made smart. So whatever we are collecting the waste, we are then converting it into energy, electrical energy, and all that we'll discuss in the slides. So sustainable SDG 7 is one of the 17 sustainable goals set up by the United Nations in 2015. It aims to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all. When I say it is for all, right from a villager, from a poor man to a rich man, it has to be affordable for everyone. So access to energy is very important pillar for the well-being of people as well as economic development and poverty alleviation. We have to defeat poverty, and that is the mantra behind all these goals. So the goal have 5 targets we have been discussing. My friends have all discussed these targets. 5 targets are outcome targets and the remaining 2 targets are of how do we achieve it using research, technology, investments, how we can do that. So if I put that on another slide, these are the targets, indicators and the progress. Target 7.1, universal access to modern energy. Target 7.2, increase global percentage of renewable energy. Target 7.3, double the improvement in energy efficiency. We will have to increase the efficiency while we use energy. Target 7.8, promote access to research, technology, investment in clean energy. Government has been doing. Our government.
Sorry, Dr. Ehtaram Raza Khan, so sorry to interrupt you, but I think the slides are not changing. I mean, it's on the first slide itself. If you could kindly check on that so that it.
Okay, ma'am, I'll again share. I'll just share again.
Thank you.
Is my slide visible now?
Yes, it is visible. Need to
And
see if it is moving to the next slide.
it is it moving now? This one?
No, no,
It hasn't gone to the next one?
it's not.
I'm really sorry.
Okay.
They're still not changing, ma'am?
No, it's not. Maybe some.
I think
Sir, you have to click on a slideshow button, sir.
yes, ma'am, I have done it. I'm just again,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about it.
No, sir, no.
Absolutely fine.
Are they changing now, ma'am?
Sir, now your screen is not visible with the
Oh.
PPT, sir.
Okay, ma'am, just a moment. I think now it is being done.
Yes. Yes, now we can see the changed slide here.
Are the slides changing, ma'am? Just remind this one.
Yeah, sir, please try to change the slides.
Are they changing now, ma'am?
No, sir.
Okay, I think there is some problem on my
No
behalf.
issue with that, sir. Sir, no
Okay,
issue
not a
with
problem, ma'am. I'll just take up my session. So, when we talk about this, according to the report in 2019, the world.
Sir, sorry to disturb you. We can do one more thing. Actually, Christiana texted me, sir. If your keyboard have the F5 key, so you can press the F5 key, sir.
Ma'am, it's all happening on my system. That's the problem. It's all happening on my system. But
Okay,
there it is not coming. Not a problem, ma'am. I'll just
Yeah,
bind
please.
up with my interpretation.
Sure, sir.
So, according to the World Report, we are moving towards achieving these goals, but we are falling short by time. So, we'll have to hurry up now, and because 2030, we'll have to fulfill these goals. So, we are going in right direction. We are moving towards the sustainability, and this goal is very much on track if we are talking about small things, but it still take a lot of time, as Prabhakar sir said, a lot of time to come for hydrogen cars and all, for smart charging, because in Delhi I find only 4 or 5 points are there where we can charge those electric cars, and then electric cars, hydrogen cars are very expensive, beyond the reach of a common man. They're costing around 75 lakh or 1 crore of rupees, which a normal person, I think it's very difficult to invest. So what progress has been made in India? I'll just talk on that. India has already electrified all the villages, almost all the households. The targeted program is called Pradhan Mantri Sehaj Bijli Har Ghar Yojana, where Modi ji has been working on this. It started from the time of Nehru ji, and by the time we are in 2014 and 2019, 2021, I think India is all electrified now. Even electricity has reached the villages. Our next milestone is to ensure uninterrupted power supply. Now, this is the problem in India, where there are power cuts, and there are long power cuts in villages, which we have to look into, and that will come only through sustainability. Once we look at different aspects, my friends were talking about solar panels. Yes, solar panel is an option where villages can use that, but panels are expensive, batteries are expensive. We'll have to come up and reduce the cost so that a common person can buy it. We are perfectly on target, but the only thing is that electric cars will have to be made cheaper, our panels will have to be made cheaper, our cooking gas will have to be made cheaper. But the cooking gas in India is again raising the prices day by day. That will really hamper the sustainability goals that we'll have to look into. So some of the initiatives that Modi ji has taken recently have been Ujjwala Yojana. There are posters all over the country about this, where there are cylinders being shown. This LPG cylinders are distributed to the common man. Then Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana is one which is giving a free electricity, in fact continuous electricity to villages. Then Solar Mission, National Solar Mission, Indian Energy Policy. So in a way, I would say we are right on track, but still we will have to. I'm stopping the sharing because I'm basically talking here. So now stress here is to work on these goals and finish them by 2030. So I think we'll have to move to the ground level to do it. And I think in India we are doing that. We are going from village to village, trying to find out the problems, trying to come up with a solution. And my students, 50 of my students are working under me, and we have adopted 3 villages for my university. I am the head of one of the village. So there we are continuously scanning the progress. We are continuously looking at what has to be done and how we can improve the things. So in a way, Indian government has been doing considerably well. We are on the right track. We have the best minds, and we should work now. And as Jitesh Saab said, our startups, our minds should come to India and try to focus on Indian solutions. Why not make India a golden parrot again? Why not make India the best in the world again instead of working for the outside countries? So on that note, I thank VT Gossip Group for giving me the opportunity again. Basically, I take part in this every year so that I'm a part of your group, and it's a wonderful group doing wonderful service to the society. And I'm again extend my gratitude for involving me with the project. Thank you very much.
That was very insightful, Dr. Raza Khan, and I really like the statement. Why don't we do and implement things in India and bring that the newness in Indian in our country? That was very, very important and a good thought. And yes, we as educators, we have to work on that, think on that, and see how we can take it further. That was amazing. Over to you, Dr. Supriya.
Yes, thank you very much. And actually now Siddharth have joined us, Siddharth Chaurasia. So Siddharth, every day we are discussing on the Sustainable Development Goals. So today we are addressing the Sustainable Development Goal 7, and tomorrow we will be discussing on Sustainable Development Goal 8 and so on. Okay, dear. So I would like to say that here, yes, Dr. Razak Khan, you put here very valuable inputs related to the Sustainable Development Goal 7. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
So here I would like to say that in these 7 days, actually we have addressing one by one all the goals. We are trying to educate our young minds about the Sustainable Development Goals, about the targets of the Sustainable Development Goals set by the United Nations. So all the speakers have done very well and very good job in these days. And yes, today we have done with all the speakers. With all the speakers listed for the SDG 7 have done with their presentations and with their speeches. So actually now this is the time to say goodbye, because we have for the Sustainable Development Goal 7, we have allotted the time for 10 to 11:30, and now the time is exceeding 11:37. So this is the time to say goodbye. But actually we have 2 students from the Harvest Transformational. So ma'am, the students are ready. So can we take?
Thank you, Dr. Supriya. Yes, we have just 2 students who want to really present for this SDG Goal 7. And I would, they are Rasleen Kaur and Abhigar. So Rasleen Kaur will be presenting, followed by Abhigar.
Okay.
Rasleen Kaur, please go ahead.
First of all, very warm welcome these students, Rasleen Kaur and Abhi Garg. Yeah, please proceed. Please proceed.
Greetings to one and all. I'm Rasleen Kaur, overall coordinator of Heads Youth League Association. I'm 12 years old. Before starting being a representative of Heads and Heads Youth League Association, I would like to introduce you all to the Heads Youth League Association. Heads Youth League Association is created under the bannership of Heads, and it helps students and youths to identify and showcase their talents on a single platform, and also take it as an opportunity to amplify their interest. It is identified to work as a structured group with students holding various designations leading the execution of the association. And now, I would definitely like to introduce HEAD's Harvest Educational Transformation Solutions, where I'm proud to be a member. It is an evolving institution and a social enterprise that provides essential knowledge, assessments, counseling programs, workplace skills, and other customized solutions in the field of education. So, starting with my presentation now. Is my screen visible?
Not yet, Rasleen. Not yet.
Just a minute.
Sure, take your time. Yes, Rasleen, your screen is visible now. Yes, Rasleen, the comment that I got, yes, Rasleen is the heartbeat of HEAD's Youth League Association and a very active member. She is. Rasleen, are you able to operate it? Rasleen, unmute yourself, I think. Okay, Rasleen, let us not delay. By the time you get ready, I think I will, can we go ahead with Abhi?
Greetings to one and all present here. I am Abhigar, member of HEAD's Youth League Association. First of all, I would like to mention that I am glad to get the exposure and this opportunity. I believe all youth should have the awareness of the future. So, what is energy poverty? It is the lack of access to clean and affordable energy. How can we eradicate energy poverty at a global level? So, to answer this question, today I will be talking about the seventh goal of the SDG, which is affordable and clean energy. Ma'am, I would like to request you to please make me the co-host so I can share the presentation.
Yes, Dr. Supriya, if you could make him the co-host, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Is my screen clearly visible to all?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So, first of all, how many people are living without energy? 1 in 5 people still lack access to modern energy. Talking about India and Goal 7, India is projected to be the significant contributor to the rise in global energy demand, around 1/4 of the total. However, As of 2016, more than 207 million people in India do not have the access to electricity. The government's national solar mission is playing an important role in the work towards renewable energy, and interventions in rural electrification and new ultra mega power projects are moving India towards achieving universal energy access. What is affordable and clean energy? Clean energy is the energy gained from the natural resources that helps to reduce the air pollution. Clean energy is energy derived from renewable zero emission sources, also known as renewable energy, as well as energy saved through energy efficient measures. The most common renewable energy resources are biomass, geothermal, hydropower, solar, and wind energy. Affordable energy means investing in clean energy sources such as solar, wind, and thermal to ensure the universal access to affordable electricity by 2030. Why is affordable and clean energy important? Affordable and clean energy is extremely important in the year 2021 and 2022, as it is becoming more and more important as we move into the near future. We are rapidly running out of fossil fuels, which are oil, coal, and gas, therefore become extremely reliant on renewable energy sources. Experts in UK are stating that all energy sources should be renewable by the year 2050. Fossil fuels are also the main reason for global warming, and the switch to the renewable energy will help in preventing things like air pollution. What are the benefits of affordable and clean energy? Low pollution, cost effective, reusable are some of the benefits of affordable and clean energy. How can we achieve affordable and clean energy, and who will do this? Solar energy is the cheapest clean energy out of all major options, such as wind turbines, by a significant amount. That it beats coal and gas in major countries. But what about third world countries? United Nations, governments, private sector, and financial institutions push the action towards the sustainable energy for all, therefore benefiting countries that are unable to afford the technology and the knowledge, allowing them to achieve the goal by the target year of 2030. What do we understand by Goal 7, affordable and clean energy? It enhances international cooperation to facilitate access to clean energy research and technology, including renewable energy, energy efficiency, and advanced and clean fossil fuels, and promote investment in energy infrastructure and clean energy technology indicators. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Great. Thank you, Abhi. It was really good, your presentation with meaningful pointers. And yes, Dr. Supriya, you're from your end, please.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Abhi Garg and Rasleen Kaur for doing such a wonderful job. Actually, just because of this young minds, we are able to focusing the targets of the Sustainable Development Goals. Actually, just because of these young minds, we are on the right way to achieve these targets of the Sustainable Development Goals. So well done, Abhi Garg and Rasleen Kaur, for your wonderful presentation.
Dr. Supriya, Rasleen is yet to present because it was not working. So she had some issues.
Okay.
So Abhi presented. Rasleen has to present. Now.
Okay. So Rasleen, the stage is all yours. Please proceed.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Rasleen, you have to mute one of your one of your other device.
One of your device, you need to put it off.
Mute. Yes. Yes. Okay. Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Rasleen. Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Now, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, ma'am. So, starting with my presentation, greetings to one and all. I'm Rasleen Kaur, overall coordinator of Heads Youth League Association. I would like to share that it is essential for each one of us to pay attention towards this burning topic. We all need to protect our planet and ensure sustainability. Today, through this platform, I'm here to express my thoughts about SDG Goal 7, which is determined on the issues related to affordable and clean energy. To plan and to move further, we need to know certain facts. Then only it will be possible for us to bring our plans into execution. Research says that 1/3 of the world's population use dangerous and inefficient cooking systems. 759 million people lack access to the electricity. 3 out of 4 of them live in sub-Saharan Africa. Energy efficiency improvement rate needs acceleration. Accelerated action on modern renewable energy is needed, especially in heating and transport sectors. After looking at the facts, we can very well understand that our minute attention is required if we really want to resolve these issues. Together, we need to work on it. With the idea of the first fact, I would like to extend my thoughts about the dangerous and inefficient cooking systems. Many of us, especially the people present here who are speaking and putting forward their views to make people understand about SDG goals, must have many available safe equipments to make healthy food. But what about those who don't have homes or who don't have facilities to afford those resources? What about them? Do you remember the pics we see about early days in the school textbooks? They describe the picture with human beings lighting up the fire and making up the food through coal and many other similar stuff. There are still people around who are depending upon coal, wood, charcoal, or animal waste for cooking and heating. People still rely on using polluting open fires or simple stuffs fueled by kerosene, biomass, which consists of wood, animal dung, crop waste, etc. Each year, almost 4 million people die just because of the household or pollution caused from inefficient cooking systems using polluting stuffs paired with solid fuels and kerosene. Definitely, this will create a bad impact on our health. So to keep us healthy, UN has created this goal for making our lives better. UN is already working towards it, but it's not just their duty, it's our responsibility too. Because we are the citizen of the world. Even if we don't care about others, I guess we can do this for just ourselves. In this pandemic, you must have heard a lot of chit chat about eating raw vegetables, raw fruits, etc. Specifically in this pandemic to build immunity. As you can see in the slide, if I zoom the picture, this is the basket full of sprouts that must have been reached your ears many times. According to me, that can be the best solution to keep us safe. You must be wondering, how is it related to affordable and clean energy? But the fact is that if we eat raw food, then what will happen is that ultimately energy will be consumed. And we will save the energy. So we'll get the affordable energy. And we will stay safe and healthy even. Eating salad and fruits a day are directly correlated with high nutrient levels. They're also rich in fiber. We can follow a proper diet so that we remain fit throughout our lifetime. In our society, we all are making everyone aware about SDG goals. There are some representatives to make a chain of people and to meet the targets. One of the things we did to make aware was to tell the people to use CNG gas cars. We target on the helpers serving in our homes, societies, or nearby areas. Quarterly, we check and plan further. We prepare videos on weekly basis and share on social media in our contacts. And at last, I would like to share that this is the innovation that I made specially to make the world better. This is the model of it. Here, I have used the solar panels that are represented by series, and I have kept in mind that it fits the goal 7. There are a lot of clean energy, and my motive was to place it along with the affordable clean energy, as the goal title says. Not just this goal, it is a combination of all the goals, and I hope together we will achieve the targets to make this world a beautiful place for everyone. Thank you. I would like to show my gratitude to Dr. Supriya Pathak ma'am and Dr. Arna ma'am for giving me this wonderful opportunity to express my thoughts here on this platform.
Wonderful, Rasleen. Thank you so much. It was really, really good presentation, and I can understand what difficulty you are presenting today, because is the transition phase for Rasleen. She's shifting from India to Canada. So she doesn't have a laptop right now, which is packed up, but she's presented through her mobile. And that is the efficiency, that not giving an excuse for anything, but she did very well. And yes, dear Christina, would you like to share about our students, how you felt, and are they on the right path?
Thank you. They are very innovative. They are involved in that, and they research a lot of things, and they present their knowledge. And very young, I'm so happy to see Rasleen with 12 years. It's amazing to be here to manage the technology and manage the voice and everything. And she doesn't give up. Sorry, I can do it. Bravo, bravo, Rasleen, bravo, Abhi. I'm so powerful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abhi, and thank you, Rasleen. And Dr. Supriya, your thoughts, please, on both of their presentation. It was very valuable from your end.
Yeah. First of all, again, I am here presenting my big salute to both young minds to give their valuable time, to give their valuable and thoughtful presentation, and for putting all the rigorous efforts towards the Sustainable Development Goal 7. So thank you both students. Thank you very much. And yes, actually, Anita C. Powell from United Kingdom, London has joined us. So first of all, I would like to request technical team, please make a co-host Anita C. Powell. Yeah. Here, I would like to mention that Anita ma'am is one of the country chair from the WICI, Women Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And he is take care of the oneness and the wisdom wing. So Anita ma'am, please switch on your camera, ma'am, if possible. Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, and actually in UK means there is a very early morning. Ma'am, what is the time in UK?
It is, well, I'm in the USA, and
Okay,
it's
sorry, USA. Sorry, USA.
That's okay. It's 2:30.
Yeah, it's 2:30. Oh my God. Ma'am, means I salute your enthusiasm, ma'am. I salute your enthusiasm. Means you are here to listen all these speakers, to listen our young minds. So, ma'am, we are very grateful. Ma'am, we are very grateful. And yes, ma'am. And actually, here I would like to mention that we have the collaboration with the All Ladies League under the leadership of Dr. Anita ma'am. Yes. And with the permission of Dr. Harbeen Arora ma'am, who is the co-founder of who is the founder of the Women Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and all the Denim Club and the G100 Club. So she has given the permission to Dr. Anita, and Dr. Anita sent the logo of the All Ladies League to promote this sustainable development clause. So the virtual clap, ma'am, please accept our virtual clap. And thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Actually, your presence make me full of energy and full of enthusiasm. Ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear.
Thank you
Very
so
much
much.
for
Thank
joining us.
you.
Thank you.
God bless you all.
Thank you.
Dr. Supriya, I would just like to say I'm so happy to meet Anita Powell here because I also been connected with Dr. Harbeen Arora, and I'm the president of the Wiki for Karnataka Training and Development Council as well. So it's an honor to see you here. So glad connecting with you as well, Anita. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
As
Dr.
our poster, Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit, our poster says that revolutionize the thoughts, and the global networking is here with the eminent speakers. So yes, we are fulfilling our mission and the vision. So thank you very much, all of you, for joining us on the day 7 Global Sustainable and Development Summit. So thank you very much, all of you, for joining us today. And please, boost our confidence level. Please boost our energy, like these days you have done. And in coming days, we will be expecting more crowds from the Expression Solutions Private Limited to attend these enlightening and the full of wisdom thoughts and the talks. So thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Thank you very much. And tomorrow we will meet again with the Sustainable Development Goal 8, decent work and the economic growth. So I would like to request technical team, please end this meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.